yeah.
But then it's either like, oh, like stripper, like ass shaking, or like, oh, look at this beautiful pole dancing. That's this art thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is great.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Which is great. But like, why can't I... It's just hard for people to see that I can be smart and educated and productive and in charge of my artistry and in charge of myself and powerful, but then also pole dance.
Yeah, and it also makes me think of like how I present myself as like I consider myself an entrepreneur and a businesswoman,
Right.
but I'm gonna maybe show up to a thing where I'm really wearing a really tight shirt.
For sure.
Maybe it's low cut. Maybe I'm wearing a tight, slinky dress, and I'm not gonna dress myself up in a way that's palatable for other people
Right.
because I'm doing business. Like, I'm going to continue to show up as myself and express myself how I choose, even though I'm doing business. I don't have to wear a fucking suit
Right.
for me to think business-like and have a meeting. So, you know, I think that's just like, what is your image of a woman? And it's like you're saying, it's like this one-track mind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's wearing a suit, she's this way.
Right.
Oh, she's wearing a tight dress, she's this way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just people, that's just like, I don't know where that comes from.
I don't know where that comes from either, but it's
just like having a linear one-track mind as opposed to understanding that all different types of people are layered and diverse.
Yeah, and just I think our brain works in a capacity in that like we need to label things. We need to put things in certain kinds of boxes so that like we can figure everything out.
Oh, yes, you're right. And we've learned this recently. Always needing to figure out and like explain in your head what this thing is as opposed to just letting it be.
Well, I think it's like maybe a survival kind of mechanism of not having to like process so many things and be so, everything is everything, but really be like, oh, you're this type of person, you serve this area, you do this, like just kind of settling things.
Yeah, and then what that does is it basically is classifying people, and it has you put them in these different levels, and so then you can choose to treat this person this way and choose to treat, because if you're doing that with people, then you're telling yourself, and I'm just theorizing and philosophizing here. I don't necessarily, I'm speaking in general terms, but I feel like when you do that, it's like, oh, well, this businesswoman I have respect for, and this slut in a tight dress I don't. And so you modify maybe your behavior or your language around those types of people because of how you've labeled them yourself.
And that's natural. I mean, that's normal as like to modify yourself in the way that you communicate with certain person based off of their appearance, and to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Like if someone has a cool laid back thing, I'm like, yo, what's up, dude? If they like seem super uptight, I'm like, hello, Mr. So
yeah, but now you're talking about their personality projection, not necessarily
based off of the way that they carry themselves and the way that they choose to present themselves as.
Okay.
But that said, I think that those narratives can be changed in the way of media. Like in the way of this podcast or seeing TV shows where, like you said, a stripper is not some like damsel in distress,
right?
Where she is a businesswoman doing her own thing, and we just haven't seen that yet. And I think that we are in an era where that's
as much
starting to come up.
Okay,
watch Dancing at the Blue Iguana.
I love Dancing at the Blue Iguana.
We love it.
It is the best stripper movie ever made. And just a little history on Dancing at the Blue Iguana. Sheila Kelly is in that movie. And to prepare for that role, she went to strip clubs here in Los Angeles to watch strippers dance and learn from them. And she became so inspired by the strippers that she opened S Factor. Mm-hmm. And S Factor is all based off of the movement that she saw in the strip clubs. And then Sheila went on Oprah twice. And during that time, Terry Hatcher and Sheila were friends. So Terry Hatcher was taking classes. So Terry Hatcher also talked about S Factor on Oprah. So basically, S Factor was featured 3 times on Oprah. And that was one of the catalysts for pole dancing skyrocketing as far as visibility. And this was back in 2002, 3, like very early 2000s. And so even though Sheila Kelly herself was not a stripper, she played one on TV and movies and learned from strippers. Little fact for any of you out there that think the strip club industry was built by Chinese and Asian men. Thank you, Sheila Kelly, for getting pole dancing as visible as it is. And yes, that movie is incredible. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like cult classic for sure. Totally. Thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
100%. I want to talk really quickly about some of the shows and projects you have coming up, and then we're going to move into our next segment. So, what's in the future for you of 2020? What's going on 2020? Just like, yeah, rundown.
Releasing an EP.
Okay.
Making more music. I would like to bring philosophize to the world.
Hell yeah.
So philosophize is a dance class that I do. It's a community class, which, just makes it affordable for people because I have found so much joy and confidence in myself and literally just putting on stripper heels and staring at myself in the mirror and being like, damn girl, you look fly. Yeah. So I want to spread that to people, to women or, people who identify with their feminine bodies.
Beautiful.
So I want that to expand and grow and stretch out and, in the same way of just educating people that, like, it doesn't feel bad to look at yourself and feel super sexy. Everybody needs to do it. And I even have friends who have told me that it's changed their lives already.
That's great.
Yeah, we just dance around on chairs and
it is really hot.
Touch ourselves.
#Foxercise.
Yes, and making more music that is in alignment with with myself and my thoughts. I definitely want to be a part of more projects, so I act as well and working on putting those projects together that are sending messages that I believe in. I'm really just not bullshitting anymore on something that I don't believe does something good in the world. I think I used to be very self-serving, and now I'm just kind of on a mission to use my art to spread some awareness.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thanks for sharing.
Want to be fabulous just like these strippers? Pay attention. It's Stripper Tips.
Ready?
Pick one. No, I'm not ready. The first thing that came to my mind was about your tampon string. Okay, fine. Well, just make sure you cut your tampon string, or make sure you shove it up there, or something. Put it in your butthole.
I mean, that could even be useful for people taking pole dance fitness classes.
Exactly, pole dance fitness classes, or at a swimming pool. But I think most women know that trick.
No, they don't.
You think they're like, oh my gosh, I'm on my period. I can't wear panties.
No, I think. Well, first of all,
in
most
public,
civilian people are wearing panties on a regular basis, including myself.
I'm on my period. I can't.
Well, no, like the pool thing, like you said, sometimes the string slips out. Am I right? Am I right, ladies? If you got to either cut it or tuck it, or you line it up inside the ass crack.
Yeah, exactly. But that one's not. You line it up, and you just stick it in your butt. In your butthole.
You don't stick the actual string in your butthole.
Stick the string in my butthole.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does. You don't know me.
You're not doing that. I do know you, and I know that that's bullshit.
I'll send you a picture.
Okay, please do. Can you actually show me a video of you doing that?
I will send you a tutorial, and you can post it on this podcast.
Oh, perfect. Tampon string and butthole tutorial coming ASAP. All right.
It seems pretty self-explanatory, but if you want it, check the footnotes of this podcast.
Okay. Yeah. All right, moving on.
Get ready for our rapid fire question round. It's time for 4 for 1.
Okay, guys, now we're in our 4 for 1. So we're going to ask Fox these questions. Here's your first question. Your friend asks you to help them move. Are you available?
100%.
It's really nice of you.
Yeah, doy.
Let's see. What is your reaction to unsolicited dick pics?
Oh, I'm not allowed to ask questions. Okay. Thanks. Ooh, look at that.
Sexting, yes or no?
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I hate sexting.
Well, if it's someone that you like, it's so fun.
What's your favorite type of porn to watch?
I don't watch porn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. I watch porn.
Do you want to talk about that more?
I like to watch girls making out with girls. That's the porn I watch.
Yeah, just making out.
Yeah, I don't really care about the other stuff that much.
It's so cute of you.
I know, it's really sweet and innocent, right, you guys?
Oh my God, that's so fun. Remember when you filmed that video of me and my ex-girlfriend making out on the roof?
Yes, I do. That
Were
was
you super
really
turned on?
Yes, I was actually. I was watching my fantasy IRL. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Good to know.
Yeah, it was tough. That was a tough date for me. Yeah. And I was like, and now I have to go home and masturbate.
All right, we got it, y'all. She's masturbated to me. Ugh, I'm so glad I did this podcast.
Fox, tell our audience where they can find out about you and learn more about you.
You can go to my website at foxmusicwithaq.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Fox_Sinclair. You can find me on Spotify, Fox Sinclair. You can probably Google me, Fox Sinclair, and I'm sure you'll find some things. Okay. Some juicy things.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. Thank you so much for coming with me. This was really fun. It was
so
like sitting in your living room with Kiki or something and just chatting. Yeah. Questions, comments, or concerns, you can email us at yesastripperpodcast@gmail.com. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at yesastripperpodcast. And you can catch the show on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, anywhere that you can find podcasts. We hope you tune in next week. I've been your host, A.M. Davies. See you soon.